lighter note, mind control is not being able to look at a situation without bias.
I was trying to do this video over there, but it is not working. The sun is not working. Today's the 9th of August. I originally did this video on the 6th. And when I did, I tried to upload it on the 8th, so that's like 2 days later. Yesterday was when I made that attempt, since I cannot find it. So there's times when things are hidden on my phone that's part of unauthorized remote access. And I'm going to show some things that confirm that, and in a little bit. I had to screenshot it because I was screenshotting some other stuff, like how the location that I was at was being manipulated. So anyhow, this video is about disrespect. My history with disrespect, what brought this about, and some facts. So, as far as my history goes, I know a lot of folks, a lot of aliens, and none of them can tell you that they've ever been able to talk to me any kind of way. Not one. Not one. When it comes to relationships, guys, ask any guy that I've been with, he'll tell you that I break his motherfucking face for less. Like,
Black eyes, passed out, bruises.
The end. That's the end of disrespect. I never had any problem in that area. Folks don't talk to me in any kind of way. Folks don't try me. And there's obviously reason why. But that's neither here nor there. None of that shit started until this gang stalking stuff started to come to a head. The progress in terms of what I was doing with that. And it's with the neighbors. Like, it ain't her as much as it is her boyfriend. I live in a duplex. It's not her as much as it is her boyfriend, but yeah. So that's what started it. What brought this video about is 310. 310. So, on the 5th, I was walking to the drive-thru. And when I was walking, she waited till I passed. And then she said, "I see aliens."
When she did, her homegirl that lives next door snickered, but she shut it up quick and kind of went on about her business.
Real slick, like. And when I turned around and looked at her, she was at the car talking to somebody. You know how people do, like, that hit and run shit, They'll say something slick, and then they'll hold their hair down or keep their hair turned like the shit didn't just take place. That's what she did. I ended up crossing the street at an angle, and I stared the entire time because I was waiting on her to look so that I could double back and address it. She never did, and she was talking to someone in a car. So, normally they witness, like something like that, especially if someone's, even in the middle of a conversation, you will witness something like that, So, like I said, she never looked. So I kept on. But when I came back, what I did was I swung around, like, right in front of her place. Not that they're normally out at night, but I swung around just to see if I'd be able to catch her. And she wasn't out.
Now, if I would have, it would have been over and done in.
Embarrass you all. So, facts. Let's talk about where you're getting your information from. You're getting your information from a motherfucking meth addict. He's showing up over there talking to y'all because he ain't able to talk to me. But furthermore, ain't nobody looking into nothing. My conversation is much too educated for that.
Let's take a look.
My conversation is... So, Facebook. These links, the videos that you see that are linked, they are not private. They're just unlisted because I don't have them numbered. They're not part of my numbering system, and I talked about this in my feature video. Okay. Normally that does it. Okay. So you can see it's not private, it's just unlisted. Okay, so no views 4 days ago, 5 days ago. If it has a link, it's on Facebook. 1 week ago. 2 weeks ago. Let me see something. Oh, for some reason I kept that draft. No views. 3 weeks ago. When you see something like that, when it's 1 or 2 views, it's me. They counted my click. They're also repelling people from my feature video. That's the first thing you see. They're making sure you don't see it. So when they put these agents in place, and they have to finally tell them something. And most of the time, guess what they do? They point them to some shit from 2018, like a video I made from 2018. And I talked about that, like I said in the feature video. I got too much content. I got 300 plus videos, and they're making these. A subconscious mind attack is something else. It's something else. 3 weeks, no views. No views. No views. It's a lot of videos. 1 month. I'm trying to think, where did I put that? The Volunteers of America video. I remember when I created it, I was intending on putting it somewhere specific because it has something to do with employment. Oh, I think I did. Matter of fact, let's see.
Okay. So anyhow, what I end up doing is I end up going through my Facebook page and getting pretty irate because I realized that they hid it, and chances are it has something to do with a contractual agreement that they're trying to land, that the company's trying to land. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Some of the physical damage and stuff like that that's been done. Let's go back to the video.
Is much too educated for that. So, like I said, they mad because I wouldn't keep letting them show up in front of my motherfucking step having common conversation. I don't want to hear that shit. I got real problems. So, anyhow, whatever in the fuck he told you that he did, he didn't. Bitch, know that much. Whatever in the fuck he's telling you, he didn't. My address is on the internet. My address is on Instagram.
Facebook,
I'm not hard to find,
YouTube.
bitch. I move freely. You've witnessed that. You ain't never seen nobody show up over here with a problem. You ain't never seen me act like I couldn't go which way I wanted to go. You ain't never seen none of that. And the only reason I ain't fucked them up is because I still have to stay here. Soon as I don't...
Okay, so I'm going to leave that part out. I'm going to show you the restraining order. So while the government's literally been shutting down every fucking thing that I've been working on for the last 2 months, almost 3 months now, since the beginning of June, making forms disappear. So the log that I had that was associated with court, or filing a nuisance claim, all that stuff, it would disappear and then reappear. So anyhow, this is the restraining order. You know, in that video, you see she was just making fun of me, like being stalked, and now she's claiming that I stalk her. A bold lie, and made it confidential so that I couldn't make the lie public. Like y'all don't know, she lived in the apartment beneath me. There is a formal complaint associated with this matter. You can find it on my Facebook page, where all my other complaints are that no one's reading.
Up, don't nobody get away with nothing. So anyhow, they ain't telling you the truth, or he ain't telling you the truth. There's been 3 arguments. 2 or 3 are on the internet, so it can be witnessed. Okay, so the first argument was on Facebook. The second argument is on YouTube. It's in my introduction video. So that's IN the number 1. It's in that video. And the third one, I'm going to reiterate because it has not reached the internet. No, it did. But it's private because I said some pretty explicit stuff at the end. So anyhow, that third argument took place at like 4:30 a.m. And it was on the 25th, if I recall correctly, of July. When it took place, I heard something. And I did what I always do. I came outside. So when I got to the bottom of my stair, he's first of all, he went out about a minute before me, because that's what gangstalking is. So he goes outside. When he hears my door, he makes sure he positions himself in between that storm door.
Hold up, right, real quick. I want to tell you something about this. One of the recent statements that I made, I called them demons because they are. And if you look at him, you can tell it's a demon. It's not being hidden from you. And it's written in his tattoos. People don't get skull and bones because they think that it's nice artwork. They get it because it represents a bloodline. It's associated with secret societies.
So I get to the bottom of my stairs, and he like quickly got out the car, closed the door, and he's right at the storm door. And he's like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And I'm like, "What in the fuck are you talking about?" And he's like, "So you're not up banging on floors at 4:30 a.m., 4:30 and 4 in the morning or something?" And I was like, "No," and I called him crazy or something like that. And he said, "You're a fucking liar." And I said, "I'm gonna beat your ass," or something like that. You know, I called him probably a couple bitches first, because that's his first name to me. And he got in between the storm door now, and he's flashing like this little white light at me, flashing in my face, and I said, "I'm gonna fuck you up." Before I could get to him, he'd closed that door, and now he's whispering. He said a couple more bitches, but then he whispered nigger. But he be running his ass over there, talking to them, talking to y'all. So they always revert back to their old ways. But furthermore, he's too motherfucking stupid to realize that the word nigger
is not race specific.
He's the nigger in this situation. So, that third argument, there was one more thing. Hold on. So anyhow, like I said, they be getting high, fucking stinking my motherfucking apartment up with meth. When he show up, you can smell the shit on him. And if you ain't bothered by that, it's probably because you got the same similar fucking behavior. The same or similar behavior. How you be getting high.
And if you're wondering why I'm calling you bitches and hoes, that you displayed the behavior of a bitch. Those are the actions of a hoe. That's hoe shit. You don't fucking do that.
About tobacco. So, and I drink, in case you ain't know that. So, yeah, you can smell that shit on him. So look, while he's showing up telling y'all whatever in the fuck he's telling y'all, he ain't telling you that. He ain't telling you that that's part of his character. That he called me a nigger. He ain't letting y'all know that. But then, furthermore, you with your old non-human, shit-ass animal blood running through your motherfucking veins, no heart having asshole. When you hear the type of information that you're getting, so let's say he told you nothing but, I'm being attacked by the government, for you to think that that's a laughing fucking matter means you ain't shit worth knowing. You ain't no motherfucking good to nobody. Part of being, I had to make sure I was recording. Part of being an adult is like making sure that you know when to keep your motherfucking mouth shut. That's part of being an adult. But let's talk about, you ain't even gotta like the matters that I discuss. But your dislike for the matters or the topics that I discuss is an inside conversation. Don't ever think you're gonna fucking ridicule me when I walk by. Don't ever fucking think that. Home. Get that. Understand that. Don't ever think that shit is gonna happen. You ain't gotta like nothing I say, bitch. Keep it to yourself. Talk about it to your folks. And another thing, on the topic of talking about it with your folks, don't be thinking, when I'm on my porch, I'm unbothered. I stay busy. So, when you see me on my porch, don't be getting loud, trying to drop a couple fucking words, thinking that I'm trying to hone in on what you and your people talking about. You're invited. And the same goes for any fucking body else that he told. You ain't gotta worry about me calling no motherfucking cops, talking about you showed up at my door. If you're invited, you were invited. If you got a problem, you're invited. Come over with your problem. But don't be thinking I'm listening, checking for you, none of that shit, because that's not happening.